What is up, guys, gals, and you awesome means and gamers of different shapes and sizes? It is me, Josh, again, Proxy, bringing you some Dragon Ball Fighterz. Fighterz? I don't know how you pronounce these things, but comment section below, let me know how would you pronounce this game. Would love to know. You'd think that'd be an issue there, where when you get a game and you just don't know how you're supposed to pronounce the title. But this is the beta. It is really fun, really cool. Actually having a really good time with it. And this is coming from a person who sucks at fighting games. And actually, it's kind of awesome to actually get a perspective from someone who is really bad at fighting games. Like, I love Street Fighter. I think Street Fighter is so fun. I can only play as Guile, Ken, and Ryu. Ken and Ryu are pretty much the same character, but with slight little differences. But it's still that thing where, like, I can still appreciate those games, but not be able to kind of, like, get too into them because I'm rubbish at combos. I'm just going to say this out right now. I suck at fighting games when it comes to complex mechanics, when it comes to all the button kind of combinations and all that kind of stuff, and in full right, you know, those are completely different type of games, say, compared to a third-person shooter, or an action-adventure, or a platformer. You know, they are their own thing. Even a sports game. I suck at sports games. I fully acknowledge this, and I also suck at fighting games. But look what I'm doing in this game. Every single thing that you do through simplified button mechanics is so epic, is so awesome, and it allows you to actually experience the TV show in a sense through a 2D fighter. And that's just badass. I just love that. And this is coming, again, from someone who sucks at these games. I was really nervous coming into this beta, into this game in general, thinking that I was going to get pwned. I was just going to get a horrible experience where the person's going to be so good at this game that I'm just not going to be able to do it. And again, this is my first time playing this. I'm going toe-to-toe with this person who I believe actually had quite a good rank. I'd actually played a little bit of it because I came into the beta quite late. And I was actually just pressing buttons. I was just pressing the buttons and having a good time. And this is the thing, is that Dragon Ball Z, or should we say Dragon Ball Fighterz, how'd you do it? I just don't know. Someone educate me. Is that the fact that you don't have to go into this knowing combo moves and stuff like that. You go into this understanding how the game works, how the characters and every button is actually a body part. And it's this thing where you can do combos in it, you can do strings, but it's animated. It's this thing where everything is connected together by an animation. So it's this thing where, like, in the show, they may do teleporting. As you can see here, you can teleport. This is actually a special ultra move that you can do as Goku, but it's this, and I think they all share, this is the cool thing as well, they all share the same ultra move button combo, which I think is backwards uppercut on the, you know, the buttons on the D-pad or the stick, and then you just press R2, and that's how you do your special move. That is basically it. And that was something that actually was kind of relieving, because say if you were playing a game like an Injustice, or BlazBlue, or Street Fighter, and you really wanted to play like a character like Vega. Like, Vega is such an easy character to point out. Like, I always thought Vega was a really cool character. Is that if you wanted to do like an advanced character special move, you had to know this immense button combination. Even in Mortal Kombat, it was the exact same thing. And it got frustrating, especially for people who are very simple-minded when it comes to just wanting to enjoy their video games like me. And so it kind of puts you off playing fighting games. It makes fighting games a little bit of a niche, of a little bit of a elitist community in a sense too, and that is of no offense, because I know that a lot of people have been complaining about this game, saying that it should be a bit more complex, it should be a little bit more complicated, people should have to actually work to enjoy the game. But I don't believe that. I feel like games shouldn't have to be like that, and if you want to actually have that, you can have that, but if you actually want to feel like you're an expert but with simplified controls, then you can do that too, and games have done that before, and it's this thing where Dragon Ball Z really goes into its stride. It really kind of owns that, and it allows people to actually have a community that you can be of any skill level, you can just enjoy the game for how you want to enjoy it. And it's that thing as well where it brings in the argument, if someone who sucks at a fighting game can pull off all the easy moves, does that really kind of like make the experience for someone who's actually really good at fighting games, who could say choose between, say, auto combos to just doing the manual combos themselves if they really feel that good? Is that a bad thing? Is it bad that someone can just kind of like enjoy the game, having all the combos just be really easy to pull off and having this really epic action-packed gameplay versus someone having to do them all manually? I feel like, personally, that if two people want to do two separate things, and they can do that. It's the whole point of video games. It's all about accessibility. Like right now I'm playing as Krillin. My team has been completely wiped out. I only have Krillin left. I'm going against Android 18, who is spamming these Kai blasts at me. Very annoying, but also, how can a robot do that? And also, I like it as well that they're spamming. They're doing that whole thing where you kind of like throw like Hadoukens at people. You know how you just completely spam Hadoukens like all the time? I'm also loving that at any moment here I could try and get my own back here, but I've never played this beta before. Again, I did the training and I got my butt whooped. This is my first chance, and again though, it was so epic to watch. It was so cool. Obviously I was making so many mistakes, but now what we're gonna do is move on into the second round. This is the second attempt at this game that I played, and it's this thing where, again, the game is so freaking accessible. Same person I'm going against as well, but again, so freaking accessible that you just end up kind of like understanding the game as you play, and that's just through the auto combos. The game is still complex in a sense because it is this thing where there are so many intriguing mechanics like teleportation, where you can, you know, like counter, and like here I'm actually about to like reject shots. There's actually a button where you can just like punch shots away, reflections they're called, and the fact that instead of actually having some kind of thing where you have to try and learn like a combo to do that, in this, it's a button. It's a freaking button, like it's just a block, but it's just a cooler version of a block that allows you to get your energy meter up higher, and it's this thing too where they make it so then everything that you do in this fighting game is just like the anime. It's like when you watch it, so like if you want to increase your power level, you're just beating the person up casually, or you can hold, I think it's square and X together, and you'll do this thing where you'll start charging up and screaming as they do, as you know, like in the TV episodes where they would kind of like do it for 5 minutes, but for some reason the other person won't kind of attack them while they're doing it. Always thought that was really, really funny. But it's this thing where you are experiencing the episode's fight scenes for yourself and creating them by having these really epic fights, and you don't have to do combos, you don't have to do all that stuff, you can just enjoy the game. And so it's actually made me want to buy it, actually want to put down money to purchase it, because it makes me feel like I can be good at it in my own sense, in my own comfortable way of enjoying video games. And I'd love to know your opinion on that. Comment section below, let me know. Is this something that you agree with? I just love Vegeta's like moves as well. Like, again, it's like the TV show. They have really kind of like researched this game and made sure that all of those moves that they do are actually in there, are actually there for you to enjoy. And, you know, you can just feel good doing them quite simplistically, in a sense. And like this right now, this person's just gone and done like a backwards uppercut and then R2 just to do that ultimate. And like, I love as well, like, Vegeta like charge up, and this is his. Again, backwards uppercut and R2, and then it's my turn. And this is thing where like, you can do these really cool moments where this person might do the ultimate move, and then you teleport behind them and they've actually wasted it, and then you do your own. And it's what you do in the TV show, but you're doing it in the game. And again, this is the second round, and I'm already kind of like getting really into it, blocking moves, but then not worrying about having to think, right, when I land, I'm now going to have to try and do a combo move, I've got to do all these like different button things, which are for this particular character, and it means I'm going to have to like spend hours learning this character. You don't do that. You end up landing all while in midair, doing another string of like moves that are all just simplified by buttons. It's a thing where you end up doing like an uppercut square or an uppercut triangle, and it's a different kind of move, you know? And you don't have to think square, triangle, circle, square, triangle, X, and stuff like that just to do it, you know? And I just love that. I love that simplicity, I love that accessibility, and I know that's a major issue, but if you really want to enjoy a really epic, animated, so well-designed video game that is a fighter as well, even as like, say, an entry-level kind of thing, Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Fighter whatever Z is such a good experience when it comes to this. And, you know, why not have Krillin coming in here to finish off the enemy? And that's something I just saw there, look, is that the enemy Goku is able to get half his health back somehow. I'm not too sure how that works. I do actually potentially want to get this game, but it's going to be very much down to the netcode, because the beta did actually have some issues. I know they've extended it potentially as well, so then people can enjoy it a little bit more, because they have had issues with the network stuff. And again, it's this thing where I just love this ultimate too. He kind of like grapples Goku and then slams him down, and there's this like artillery strike. It's so good. But again, all these things are done by just enjoying the game for what it is and for its accessibility, and I really love that. We'd love to know your opinion. We'll talk about more of this in the future, but it has been me, Josh, aka Noir Proxy, bringing you some Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and it's awesome. Please go check it out. Go watch some videos, go see some previews, go play the beta. It's fun, it's great, it's definitely potentially worth a purchase, and yeah, that's all I can say. But either way, ciao for now.